Friday. I'm Carissa Wiley from sprinkledwithglitter.com. I'm thrilled to be here with you today. Thank you, all of you who are jumping in the live chat already. I really appreciate that. I love it when you all chat along, when you ask me questions, when you encourage me. I love it when you encourage each other, and it's just such a happy group of people that always shows up here, and I'm so thankful for you. If you have not done so already, would you mind just clicking that subscribe button, hit that notification bell? That makes sure you're notified anytime I go live, anytime I post a video. It just helps you stay in the know here around my channel, and I really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't done so, I would love it if you would give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment if you're watching on the replay, because whether you're watching live or on the replay, I'm happy that you're here. Also, you may have noticed a new time today. I'm trying out this new 11 o'clock Pacific time hour. I think it might work better in my day. And thank you all. I see all of your well wishes, hoping that I'm feeling better and all of that. So thank you so much. Honestly, I've struggled with this little surgery a little more than I thought I would. My energy has been a little low. For those of you who do not know, I came home from Simon Says Create on late Saturday night. I had a full day Sunday of things that I was going to, and while I was there and before that, I was having some gum pain, and I was texting my dentist from the plane as I was headed to Create. He's like, I want to see you Monday. I went in to the dentist on Monday at 11 a.m. and was in surgery by 1 p.m. So I had an emergency oral surgery procedure on Monday. I've been down a little bit more than I thought I would. I thought I would pop back up. My energy is still waning. My pain is fine for the most part, but I'm feeling better. I just am not my normal self. So forgive me today if this is a hot mess. Let's go down to the desktop though. That's enough about me. Thank you all for all of the well wishes. I really appreciate it. And if you've done that on Instagram, I appreciate that as well. So we're going to use some stuff from Spellbinders today. There is a BOGO sale over at See how it is? There's a BOGO sale over at Spellbinders today. I've put a link in the YouTube description below. I've also pinned today's visual supply list in the top of that live chat, so you can check it out at any time. But there's a BOGO sale. It's buy one, get one free in that category. So you just click over on that link. It will take you directly to the category, and it's buy one, get one free. There's some essentials in there. There is the Steamboat Willie Duo, which is the original Mickey Mouse set over there from Spellbinders. And I'm going to use the new graduation Mickey one. And we're going to do some graduations and maybe a birthday card. This Simon Hurley number balloon stamp set is available over at Ranger. It will also be available with the dies at Spellbinders, but it hasn't popped up as available yet. So I'm going to be maybe using that. We'll see. I have 2 cards, maybe 3 cards planned. I have a big weekend and I need to feel better and I need to get some cards made. And you know, all of those, like all the graduations are coming, and there's so many kids graduating. They all are graduating from the same school, which means I can use all the same colors on their cards. So that's wonderful. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my Glimmer hot foil system over here. Thank you again for all the well wishes. Honestly, I thought I would be like great by Wednesday. And it's just been a little slower and a little frustrating for me, honestly. But that's, you know, my body telling itself that it needs to slow down. So I've taken this week and been very slow about it. Now, if you saw me, I went live on Instagram yesterday and I unboxed a order from scrapbook.com, and one of them was the My Sweet Petunia glue press. I've filled this with Barely Art glue and I'm going to try it out today. Now, I put one thing together with this already, and I have to tell you, I'm having a hard time with this, but I'm going to give it a try because so many of you said that you love it so much. So I have my favorite glue in here, and it's the My Sweet Petunia glue press, and it sits on that silicone thing in there to kind of keep everything from clogging up. So we'll see how it goes. So Mary's also working on grad cards right this minute. So I have a Mickey Mouse grad set, and I have this tassel set, which can coordinate, and we're going to do that. So I will also have a walkthrough video with bloopers for you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific time. So that's 11 Eastern. It's 9 Mountain time of the new Concord and 9th release. So be sure to check that out. But I want to start with some foiling, and I have all of these colors because the school colors are like blue. So I've got all of these blues right here. These are all from Spellbinders. They're all linked below. This one is Windy. This one is Cascade, Cosmic Sky, and Indigo. And then there's some brand new shiny cardstocks from Spellbinders that I'm going to be using today. This onyx mirror, I saw it in person at Create, and I was like, wait, what is that? I was over at the Spellbinders booth just chatting, and I'm like, what is that? They're like, oh, it's our new black. And I came home and it was in my mailbox. So that's great. You can see how mirrored these are. There's a silver and a gold mirror. So those are really great cardstocks, kind of those specialties to have in place. So hello, everybody that's coming in. I do have links in the YouTube description below for everything that I'm using today. You can shop that visual supply list. I really appreciate it. And of course, as I said before, the Spellbinders BOGO Mother's Day sale is going on right now. And for those of you who have not jumped into the Glimmer waters yet, I think that Mother's Day is a great opportunity for you to pick up a Glimmer if you haven't already. So this is heating, and we will need for it to heat up all the way, but I meant to turn it on before we went live, and then, you know, things happen. I was taking care of the dogs, honestly. So I'm going to start with this tassel here, and this is called, oh good grief. I said all weekend, they don't keep me around because I know the product names. This is called Classic Mouse Graduation Sentiments. So that's what this is called. Also, if you notice that I'm talking weird, I feel like I'm talking weird. Yeah, I feel like I'm talking weird since I've had this surgery. And so I'm still getting used to my mouth. Isn't that funny? How your body's like one little tiny change and you can just, it can throw everything off. Okay, so I have these on the Glimmer Hot Foil platform. It's still heating. I'm going to grab some white. No, I don't want white cardstock. I'm thinking about actually doing the foiling on one of these blues. This is Cosmic Sky. I think this could be really pretty, or we could do it on the indigo. Maybe the indigo. So Melissa says she finds she gets better control when she uses the glue press. I could see how that could be true with some glues, especially because there are some glues that are a little more, there's some that are more viscous and some that are less viscous, some that come out like super quick and some that take a little more effort. So that could be it. Jennifer says you sound normal to me. Well, that's great news. Okay, while this is heating up, I'm going to put this on top so that we can like keep the heat in while it's still warming up. I'm going to bring my Platinum 6 over. This thing is like the OG Platinum 6 with the brass top. It's so old and it's so squeaky, but we're going to use it anyway because that's what we have, right? Okay, I also have done some pre-die cutting here of all of the mouse pieces because I'm going to do one mouse card and one tassel card. That's my goal today. So now that we're heated up here, we're going to go ahead and hit the timer button. So the timer button is going to cause that light to start blinking. Now, once it's done blinking, that means it's gone through the timer process and that it's ready for us to foil. And so we will just wait for that and then we will foil. How is everybody? Do you have as big of a weekend as I do. I have a huge weekend this weekend. I have a meeting tomorrow morning. I have a birthday party tomorrow after like noon. I'm taking my mom and my husband's mom out to teppanyaki tomorrow night for Mother's Day. And then Sunday we have church. And I decided, because I haven't gotten to see it yet, and I know we've talked about it here, I decided to buy tickets for Sunday night on Mother's Day to The Devil Wears Prada 2. Now, while I was laying on the couch being pathetic on Tuesday, I watched The Devil Wears Prada again. And so I'm all refreshed on the plot line and I'm ready for The Devil Wears Prada 2. Have any of you seen it yet? I would love to know what you thought about it. All right, so I'm going to take the platform from the base. I'm going to put it on my Platinum 6. I have my champagne foil with the pretty side facing the pretty side of the press plate. I'm going to take my indigo cardstock and lay that on top. And then I have my thin shim and my spacer pad. Notice I'm not in a hurry. We have plenty of time. I think some people get a little like concerned that they have to do this really quickly. Like they have to remove the platform from the base and they have to hurry, hurry, hurry. And I think that's when we run into some errors. And so just take your time. It's going to be okay. I promise. Okay, so let's look at this. Now this is a press plate, so we could use this in our BetterPress system instead if we wanted a letterpress look. And then here is this. Oh my goodness. Look how cool that looks on there. I love that. Okay. Now I also want a couple of sentiments. I don't need the tassel, but I do want a couple sentiments in silver. So I'm just going to take this. Those foiled so well. I think that's such a cool look on the colored cardstock as well. I'm going to take and just trim the bottom of this off. And then I am going to use some silver cardstock because I have one card that I'm going to accent with silver and one that I'm going to accent with gold. Let's just be real, that's not going back in there right now. Okay, so I have my roll of silver foil and my scissors. I just put them to the side. No play. Oh my goodness, Sydney, are you okay? Are you okay? I hope you're okay. We're all just we're getting banged up this week, it looks like. Quiet weekends ahead for some of you. Some of you have busy weekends. We are already heated up again. And honestly, I have faith that those do not need to run through the timer again. So I'm just going to pull this out, take it back over to my Platinum 6. I have my Platinum foil, pretty side down. I have my indigo cardstock. I'm going to lay that on there. Then I have my thin shim and my spacer pad, and we are going to run this through again to foil. The movie is only lasting in my city for a week. Are you really? I would think it would be in longer. I mean, it just seems like it was kind of a popular first one, and I would think that the sequel would be the same. I don't know. Maybe it's terrible. Maybe they're like, we're not keeping it around because it's terrible. All right. Oh, those turned out so nice. Even on that dark cardstock with that, I mean, it's so beautiful. Okay, so I think we are done with our foiling. So I'm going to take these and be careful not to burn my hands. But I'm going to turn this off because I am really warm and I do not want to overheat. So we're going to get rid of some trash and put that in. Now, funny story, I had someone tell me at Create, like, you're actually much quieter in person than I thought you would be. It was day 3, and I think I was really tired, but I thought that was funny. She's like, maybe you just don't have your teacher voice when you're in person. So let's go ahead and die cut all of the elements that we have done so that we can have those ready, and then we can start kind of creating our cards. It's crazy because we have an international movie festival every year too. Wow, that's interesting. Our Spangler says, I've heard the movie was good, but haven't seen it yet. It was honestly killing me knowing it had come out and that I couldn't go see it because I was out of town. And then, of course, all the events of this week have happened. So I feel like I have not chewed food yet. But I told my husband, I think by Sunday I can be eating. They told me I could eat regular food by now. I'm just nervous. It was a very extensive procedure that they did on my mouth. And so I'm trying to baby it really, really well and be really good. Oh, Laura's praying for Sydney. I love that you guys are encouraging. Okay, so let's do this. We have our tassel, which is so cool. Congrats, grad. And you did it. So those are navy, gold with navy. And this is not right. That's all. Okay, let's do these. These are maybe a bit close. I might have to die cut them separately because it looks like they're a little too close for the die lines. Hello from hot and humid Florida. Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you're coming in, I'm using products from Spellbinders. I have them all linked in the YouTube description as well as the visual supply list. So be sure to check that out along with the BOGO sale happening over at Spellbinders right now. So be sure to check that out. The blue with the gold. Isn't it good? It's so good. Even the silver and the blue is so pretty. Okay. Now, this school that a lot of the teenagers in my church are graduating from is actually the high school that I went to. And so it's kind of fun that they're like graduating from that school. And I would say that the actual color that we used the most as far as accenting was silver. However, I'm going to use gold on one of the cards because I think that's fair. It's just an accent color. We're going to use all the blues because that's really what those are kind of all about. Okay, I like this Congrats Grad a lot. And I have die cut, where did I put them? Here they are. I have die cut a few things. The first thing is this little graduation cap charm, which is designed to go with the tassel, okay? And this is all my Mickey pieces, so we'll put those aside. I also prepared, ooh, you know what I did wrong? I did not cut a piece of gold cardstock to go with these. So these are 1/4-inch pieces of the various colors, Windy, Cascade, Cosmic Sky, and Indigo. So these are all color wheel cardstocks. And I'm thinking, because these are boys that I'm considering, I'm just gonna really keep stuff very simple. Hello from the United Kingdom. Welcome, we're so glad you're here, Sam. Okay, so I'm gonna grab, this is the Treasured Gold Mirror Metallic Cardstock from Spellbinders, and I am going to trim just 1/8 of an inch. I got a new Spellbinders trimmer, so getting used to that. That cut beautifully, and we'll put that back over there. And I'm thinking that we're going to do a, like just a kind of, I'm thinking maybe we do a shaker card. We can do a shaker card. We cannot do a shaker card. It's totally up to us. Okay, I pulled some essentials because everybody needs some essentials in their life. And I pulled, I love these so much. I'm thinking that we do an arched window for our shaker. And we have the stripes inside the shaker, and we have the tassel on the outside of the shaker. Oh my gosh, my words. Outside of the shaker. And we do kind of something like this. How are we feeling about that? I kind of feel good about that. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. That is hilarious, Melissa. Melissa said, my boss just left for the day so I can finally turn up the volume so I can hear. That is hilarious. Okay, let's grab some white cardstock. And we're going to trim it down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Hi, Mochi. And so we'll do this. All right. And we're kind of going to lay this out on our card and see where we want things. All right, so let's do this. I like to not have the gold directly in the middle, but maybe towards the bottom. So I'm thinking we do the 3 blues, the gold, and then the other blue. So I'm thinking like this. And if we were using gold on the other card, we could actually use the piece. We could do like a double piece here. Like we could cut one and then use the other piece, but since we're using silver, I think we'll just do this. Okay. So I'm thinking something like this. And we'll do this. And we'll do that. I think that's perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue these pieces down. Now here is the glue press. We're gonna see how awkward Carissa is with the glue press. It's got some glue seeping out the bottom already. For those of you who own the glue press, do you put the lid back on after you're done crafting for the day, or do you leave it off? Okay, so we're gonna do this. Gentle squeeze of the glue press, and I'm gonna put it right here. And we're going to get this. We're gonna get the first one down, and then we're gonna be able to butt up all the other ones against it. So once we get the first one down, then what I will do is do this. All right. Okay, I'm honestly feeling so awkward with this. I feel so awkward. It's not that it's a bad thing. It's just I'm definitely not used to it yet. So tell me I'm going to get used to it. That's what you put it back on. Okay, so you do. When you remember, you put it back on. And if you don't remember, do you feel like you have a disaster on your hands, or do you feel like everything's fine? I got a not good trim right there on this piece of cardstock. So I'm just gonna kind of brush it with my fingernail to take off some of the excess. And we're gonna keep going. Here, this is Cascade, this color. And don't these blues look amazing? Doesn't it just work out so good for a graduation card when you can use just all the school colors, and the school colors are great? Okay, so let's do that. I'm gonna let those set up for just a minute before I trim that down. Now, on the other piece that I cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, I have left it in the folder without the lid, and it was, oh, in the holder without the lid. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so we have another panel of white cardstock, and let's do this. We're gonna center up that arch in the center like this. And then what I might do, I have an idea. Let's take one of these A2 Precision layering dies, which love these dies so much. These are both the A and the B sides. I just keep them in one package. We're gonna take I have no idea if this is A or B. We're gonna do this. And we're gonna cut this panel down so that there will be like a little edge around the shaker front. Hello, Kelly, thanks for coming in. Overnight in the holder, you try to recap it. That's what I'm really thinking is gonna be the problem, is that I'm gonna forget to cap it. Okay, so now we have the panel that's die cut down with the precision die. And we have our arch window in the center, so we're gonna need that. And I'm thinking we allow these to come out the edge. This is a perfect little frame, so we can use that on a different card. And let's trim these down. So I'm gonna take this and just line it up in the trimmer, trim that down, and we will do the same over here. And now we have our panel. This is fantastic. And this will pop up over and be our shaker window. And then we will have our little tassel. Oh yes, oh yeah. I'm digging it, I'm digging it. Hopefully you're digging it too. And this is great for a masculine card. I mean, doesn't get much easier than that. Hi, you just made it. Well, thanks for joining us. We're so glad you're here. All right, so let's do our acetate. And for our acetate today, I have some Spellbinders Glimmer clear film. So we're just gonna grab, we need this. I'm gonna trim it down with a trimmer. I could totally use a die, but I don't feel like fighting with it. And I think that doing a trimmer is just gonna be much easier. I think we can do 3 7/8. I'm guessing here. 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. That should give us plenty of coverage. Oh, we could go smaller because of our panel. So let's go there. And there. Okay. All right. Perfect for a masculine graduation card. I know so many of you, if ever I'm asked questions, I feel like one of the most common questions I'm asked is masculine cards. Like, you need help with masculine cards. And so when I have an opportunity to show you something that I think would work well for a masculine card, I like to do that. So now let's do this all the way around, just a thin line of glue. And we're gonna add the acetate to the back of our window panel here. So just like that. And let's do a clear block over the top just to hold that in place. And I can go ahead and make a card base for this while we're waiting for that glue to kind of set up. Anyone who has these school colors, for sure. This does not have to be masculine only. This is just great, and a great example of how to use school colors in a graduation card. And you're seeing, we've been live for 30 minutes. You're seeing how quickly this is coming together. It does not have to take a long time at all. This is something I definitely think you could mass produce. Not all cards are good for mass producing, but I think this, if you wanted to mass produce it, make it a window card instead of a shaker card, and I think you'll be good to go. So let's do this. A little bit of tape runner adhesive to adhere my card front to the card base. Now, I could have done this directly on the card base, but let's be real. My brain is not working. Hi, Brienne. Brienne is here. She is the maker of the inkstand, the inventor of the inkstand. And I met her and her husband at Simon Says Create. And I had, Brienne, did your husband tell you about the conversation we had about, I was talking CNCs and lasers with him. And we had a great little conversation. I said, probably not the person you thought you'd be having a woodworking conversation with. And he was like, yeah, definitely not. But we had a good little conversation about that and how the inkstand is produced and all of that. It was just lovely. All right, I have a little something here. So we're gonna just erase that, I think. And now we're going to take celebration confetti and some cutout caps. Yes, that would be fun. If there was any like clay, does any of the companies have like a clay mix with graduation hats? That would be so much fun. Let's do our foam adhesive on the back. And for this, I'm going to use the scrapbook.com. I did not link these. I apologize. I didn't know what I was gonna use and not use. You talked lasers with them. You're basically best friends now. Well, it was a great conversation, and I don't often get to talk lasers with people either. I'm kind of one of those, like nobody knows what I'm talking about when I talk lasers. So I had a great little convo with him about lasers. So we had a good time. All right, we're gonna go all the way around. And when we're doing our strips around the outside for our shaker card, we want to make sure that all of the strips are butted up against each other so that there's no opportunity for escape of our little shaker guts. So got to keep the guts inside where they belong. So let's just do this and trim that down. Okay, so now we're all closed in. And now, if you want to try to build your shaker card like this, by all means. However, I think there's an easier way, so I'm going to show you that. I like to take and put my shaker bits on my card front and then add this over. And you see, by cutting this down, I feel like you guys are just slightly bright, so let's bring you down just a little. I feel like by cutting this down, we get those stripes on the outside of the shaker frame too, which I think is a lot of fun. So we can do, I have a mix of all the things over here. I have some gold stars, which I think will be fun. So let's start with gold stars. And I'm gonna grab a little taster spoon. The Urban Zoo. I've been calling her, poor Julie, I've been calling her Urbanzo, the Urbanzo, which I like better. I'm just kidding. But Jody from Pink Fresh pointed out to me while we were there at Simon Says Create that her name is the Urban Zoo, not Urbanzo, but it's Julie. She's here with us in the chat, and she says, I love it when you call them shaker guts. Well, they are. They're the guts of the shaker. They're the inside, so they are the guts. So that's what they are. Let's do some sparkling clear confetti because that is life. And then I have some rando other stars that I'm going to put in there as well. And these are some of my favorites. I don't even know if this company exists anymore. Basically, I'm just making a little shaker mix here. Okay, it's going to be fun. It's going to be sparkly. We're going to love it. Now, when you get them all piled up here, the thing that you got to do is you got to knock the pile down, because if the pile is too high, even though I use 3mm foam squares, when I put my window on, it's going to trap those in there and smush them against the card front, and then we will not be able to shake the guts. We want the guts to shake. Maybe not too much. Okay, so now I've removed the backer. And honestly, I'm not 100% right now, so let's just do this. Hopefully I can be on my A game for this part. Okay, now we're gonna press it around the edge. And now we have, oh my gosh. I love that the shaker window is so big on this card. Isn't that fun? Okay, so now we can take this guy, put it here. So let's do foam adhesive. Have some scraps over here. You're too funny. I think you should change it to the Urbanzo. I thought it was like garbanzo bean, the Urbanzo. But, I mean, it's your name, so you get to pick. I thought my name was very cute, though. Oh, I'm glad you love this. Isn't it fun? So simple, too. I mean, I chatted in the beginning for 10 minutes. I think we're maybe 30 minutes into this card. Maybe. And we are nearly done. For this card, the only prep work that I had done ahead of time was cutting the strips and cutting this little graduation hat charm, which will add just a little bit of foam on the back of that too, because I'm extra like that. Okay, let's remove the backer from the foam adhesive. So Sydney says so good, and it didn't take long at all. That's why I'm saying this is kind of one of those things that I definitely think you could mass produce. And if you needed even this would be a fun graduation invitation, which I need to put a party together in the next week. So y'all pray for me, because there's a lot that's going to have to come to life in this next week. And my daughter's coming home with my grandbaby this next week, so I'll have visitors. Maybe I'll put her to work. Okay, we have the little, oh, where are my tweezers? So these tweezers are from a brand new tool set from Spellbinders that they sent me. So I thought I would try them out today. And this is that new metallic gold mirror cardstock. Let's do this. Kind of off to the side, just like that, the little charm. And then we need foam on our sentiment. Lisa says, I'm not good at shaker cards, but I love this one. I'm going to make maybe and give this, going to maybe give this a whirl this weekend. Great. I need one graduation card this year. Well, this is a good one to do it with. And you could, of course, sub other things out for this, but I thought this tassel, this foiled tassel, just so good. I'm going to put the sentiment in line with those diagonal lines because I think it's just, it makes more sense than having it, you know, straight. You could also put it down here, which would be a fun place to put it, but I kind of like it up here as a part of the grouping. Okay, so I think that one's good. Don't you think it's good? I think we're good. This could be a color. I mean, we could have done this in blue, maybe. So it's not so much white, but I like that the blue kind of takes center stage when everything else is white. So you let me know. What a man awesome card. Looking forward to making this. This is so cool. I love the sparkly shaker guts, says Melissa. Yeah, and that's considered confetti. So that's not like glitter. So you can get away with that. Okay, let's put together our Mickey Mouse card. And I have all of the pieces die cut. Now, interestingly enough, in this set here, which is that classic mouse sentiments, graduation sentiments, there is also these dies here, and I've put them on the back that have the shadow and the numbers to build the year. And this set is designed to coordinate with this classic mouse. So what I've done ahead of time for this card is I cut, remember we said we were going to do silver for one of them? I've cut the 2026 out of silver and put it on some ivory cardstock. And we need to make this all connect together so that we can use it in one piece. So the way that I'm going to do that is I have a piece of the same ivory cardstock, and let's do this. Let's just put it down on my work surface and hold it in place, because we are going to adhere the individual numbers to this strip so that they'll all be connected. So I'm going to take the 2 and I'm going to line up the flat part of the lower part of the letter against the bottom of the strip. Okay. Then I'm going to take the zero, I'm questioning my words now. And I think this side goes down. And I am going to butt it up against the 2 and against the bottom of the strip, so that we're like, you'll see a little bit of this strip coming through at the bottom, but I think it's not going to be a big deal because it's the same color. So we're going to do the 2. Again, we're going to butt it up against the side of the 0 and against the bottom of the strip. And then we're going to take the 6 and we're going to do the same thing right there. And now I'm kind of thinking, I wish I had the class of. I wish I would have done that one for the sentiment. We could go back and do that. So now we have all of these adhered together as one piece. And you can see a little tiny bit of that coming through. Whoa. But I think that's better than trying to wrestle with these in individual pieces, and then we can just take our scissors and trim the excess off of our strip. And now we have our 2026. Okay, let's put our mouse together. So on the Spellbinders website, there is a guide that shows you exactly what every piece cuts. And I cut enough for 2 mice. I cut enough for 2 mice. So we're going to do that. We're not going to do 2 mice, but I have enough for 2 mice. And I'm going to start with, oh no, I'm doing things wrong. Okay, let's put the mouth behind. So I have poppy cardstock. Also, I listed all the colors that I'm using in the color wheel cardstock in the YouTube description. So if you don't know what color I used, check it out there. I have them all listed. Okay. Thank you. You guys are liking that tip about the way that put them all on a strip. Now, if you moved the strip up just a teensy, you could probably come through a part of the numbers where it wouldn't show at the bottom. But I mean, like, you can see so little of it that I don't think it's a big deal. So we have the mouth behind, and now we're going to add the head to the body, and we'll do the face. Still getting used to this guy. It's like a legit gun here, my glue gun. Okay, now I don't know if you can see this. Oops. This is Carissa, not at 100% today. Can you see that there are etched lines on this die cut? You probably cannot. There's an etched line that will help you line up where the face piece goes onto this. So let's just do that. And I'm just lining it up with the impressions that the die made. And for this, I used an ivory cardstock for his face, just because I thought that was best. All right, so now we need arms. We have arms right here. Actually, I think, oh, we have 2 different arms here. I'm wondering Are we supposed to put the arms on first and then do the robe? Let's try this first. Also, the robe has shadow pieces and it has other, like, you can do it dark and light. I did it the opposite of what it's supposed to. So on the packaging, it shows this underlayer as the light part and the overlayer as the light part. So I did light underneath and dark on top. And then these just go like this. Hold on. I'm making it look harder than what it is. That for sure goes there. Is that? That's not the right piece. That's why it's not lining up. Okay. So this is the gown. Just like that. You guys are having a hard time seeing. Let's move you in. Let's move you in. Oh, so much better. You guys can see now. Okay. So as I was saying, this part is light and this part is dark. On the packaging, it shows the reverse so that the underside would be dark and this would be light. But I wanted more of the navy than I wanted of the other. And so I decided I might need to click over and look at the assembly guide real quick. Let me see. Okay. I'm just going to double check how they've done this. So they've added the robe first, and then they added the arms with the sleeves on them. Okay. I got this. I got this. So these are the arms here, or the sleeves. And these little pieces go on the inside of the sleeves. So goes something like this. And the impression marks on the dies really help you kind of see where all this goes. Kind of get you lined up right. And the guide that I'm using is available on the Spellbinders website. And it literally shows you every die and what it cuts and what it's, you know, what it looks like when it's all put together. So very easy to follow along. Okay, so let's do this. Now that we have this figured out, and I'm going to use one of these Spellbinders pickup tools here. That is not it. It's this one. Okay, so I'm going to take and do this. We're going to add liquid glue here. And once I kind of dry fit these, then they go together really quickly and I'm not fumbling as much with them because I know exactly where I'm going with all the things, right? Hello, as I say that. And this guy is being squirrely. Okay, so there we go. There's his gown. And let's put the gown on him. Shows where it goes. Like there's a little V indentation that shows you where the gown is supposed to line up. So we'll just do a little bit of liquid glue on the back of that. Hello, pink paper and things. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so we'll do this. Put that right on there where it lines up. Let's get the liquid glue on these and line that up. Okay. This guy. Oh, hello. I love that you guys get to watch me learn to use this glue press as I'm being so awkward about it. Okay. I like what I see so far, says Pink Paper and Things. Well, you missed this one. We did this with this collection as well. Okay. So now I just need to look and see which one goes. Oh, this one totally goes like this because it's his arm is raised. So let's put his arm coming out of that. Hopefully we're going to get this all right. Just like this. How do you guys feel about watching people assemble die cuts? I'm sure it's better when the stuff is already like pre-die cut, because it can be like a lot to watch just running through the die cuts. But is this helpful to all of you to see how these come together? Kind of watch someone put it together. Let's do that. I'm just following the guide here on how this is supposed to look. I got a little glue right there. Now let's do this guy here. A little bit of glue. And I'm gonna put his little arm here. Just like that. Then a little bit here. And let's just slide it under there. Is that right? Am I supposed to put it on before? Hold on, let me peek. No, it goes over the top. Sorry, it goes like this around in front of him. So this goes here, like this. There we go. Just like that. Okay, so now we have that. I do have a little diploma in here somewhere. And the little tag for the diploma is silver because we're using silver on this card. I'm glad you think this is helpful. You can see all the parts where it's like you might tend to mess up and then be okay with it, right? Let's put that in his hand because I think that's cute like that. Okay. It's very helpful. I still use your video on how to assemble the Lawn Fawn Magic Iris. Oh my word. That's an old video, but I'm so glad that that's helpful to you still. That's awesome to know. Okay, let's do his hat. Again, I've done it kind of the opposite. Of what it called for on the packaging. I'm just kind of thinking ahead here about what we might do. We might recut or refoil again and do the class of, because I think that that would be such a good class of 2026 situation there. Okay. Getting that little bit of extra liquid glue off. We have a tassel here somewhere. The tassel's worth the hassle. Anybody have a lot of graduations this year? We have, my daughter's graduation is a week from today. So I will be live next Monday and next Thursday, but I will not be live on Friday because I will be doing graduation things on Friday and Saturday. So just so you know, mark your calendars. I keep replaying your stamp market shaker with the big number stamp and dies. Oh yes, it's sitting behind me still. I love that one. It's out on display. Have the 30th birthday card to make for September and I'm already getting a jump start. Wow. Not a single one. Some of you have no graduations this year. Okay, I did foam adhesive behind his grad cap because I think that that's fun. And now the last thing that we have are shoes. Okay, so let's do this. Let's get our shoe parts And I think this should go pretty quick. We did not do his tail, you guys. I forgot his tail. Okay, let's do this. This goes here. And this goes here. Just like that. I'm going to do this pickup tool. Now, if you watched in this tool set, I thought this was really interesting. It's like a four-piece tool set, tweezers, a little pickup stick, a little pokey tool. They're all separate. But if you watched my video yesterday for the new Ulta new release, I used a silicone brush, and this one has a silicone tip thing that you could use to put glue on things. Like if you want to swipe the glue on instead of like squeeze it on. I'm just trying to get this little guy poked out. We're going to put laces on the shoes. I feel like you could get away with not doing the laces if you wanted to. So just do what feels right to you. But not, I don't feel like the laces are like, you have to have them. I did cut them though, because they cut with the little, they cut with the toe of the shoe. So they're already cut, so I might as well just put them on there. Okay, so now we have his shoes. And then I am finding that I'm getting a little like boogie at the end of my stamp press. And then we're gonna just do this and put those on there. And then we've got to add his tail because it's just ridiculous that I have forgotten to do his tail. Actually, I feel like maybe I need to do this one first. Okay, his gown is just a little low. Let's do this. Slide up. Oh, and we are working on finding a dress for my daughter's college graduation. So that's a whole thing. She had a hard time finding one like in person. So now we're doing the online thing, and that's, you know how that is. Okay. My mouse is done. I have a tail. Actually, I have one more piece that I wanted to add. It's like his little accent at the top of his gown. Tail. Now there is an eyelash where all you'd have to do is add this little piece on the back and he becomes Minnie Mouse. Do you see that? I love that so much. And then the curlier tail is for Minnie Mouse. Okay, so we have that. And there is this little piece here that I really wanted to add on top here to give him like a little, like he's got honors. He's graduating with honors. And then there are a couple other little pieces where it's like the cords and those sorts of things, and you could use them or not. But I'm going to stop right here. And now we have our Mickey Mouse. Okay, we need to turn on our Glimmer hot foil system. And we're going to do the class of, because I love this 2026, but I don't want to put it with the congrats grad. We could put the congrats grad like on the inside of the card if we want to. But I am just going to heat this up off to the side. And from the classic mouse sentiments, I'm going to grab this class of, and I'm just going to let it heat up on the Glimmer hot foil system as the platform's heating. And so let's move you guys out now that we've done all of this. Okay. We're good. We're good. We are an hour in and we are almost done with our second card. So I really think that both of these are doable. I'm not sure for me that I'd want to put together a ton of mice However, I don't mind doing a couple of them if I had a couple of grad cards at a time. And it really makes sense as you're cutting enough for one mouse to cut for two, because you already have the cardstock out and it just makes life a little easier. So I'm thinking, like, we do this. We have the class of, we have more strips over here that I cut ahead of time. I think we're going to use the strip idea again. And maybe do a different type of shape with the strips for Mickey to kind of be a landing place for Mickey. So we will do this, just like that. We'll kind of have those on a shape. Have like maybe a circle. How about the everlasting circles? Like that. Hi, Stephanie. Second card. Oh, I really did miss a lot. Gonna have to go back and watch the replay. Yeah, we've already made this shaker. So lots of fun there. Let's see. Maybe one bigger. These are the everlasting circles from Spellbinders. And I'm thinking we could do something like that and Mickey could rest on it. I'm liking it. So let's do this. Let's commit. I need more white cardstock again. I have a quarter sheet here. We're going to do the same thing that we did, only we don't have to be so like, we don't have to get it in the right place, because we will just die cut the circle where we want it. So we will do these strips. Again, these are all Spellbinders color wheel cardstocks in various colors of blue, because we're working on graduation cards. I have an idea. If you guys want to stick around for a third card, I have an idea, and I think we can make it happen if you want. I didn't know about the new time. Sorry I'm late. It's okay. You can always watch the replay. I tried to communicate it on Instagram. However, y'all know I've had a week, so I probably didn't announce it as much as I normally would have with the new time if I had been feeling better. So I apologize for that. That's why you got to have the notifications turned on, so that you can get a notification when I go live. All right. So now we have our strips, and we can just die cut. Let's do this and trim them off just so we don't get anything on the plates. All right. So we have our strips, which are kind of mimicking the first one, but I feel like they're going to feel a little different on this. I'm going to shift this about like there-ish, because then I'm thinking I can use this outside piece as another card. Do you like the new glue system? I'm struggling, honestly. I feel a little awkward with it. Is your name Tammy Kirk? T. Kirk? I am feeling a little awkward with it. I'm not going to lie. I've been mentioning that as we've gone about. But so many people are saying I'm going to love it. So I'm giving it a chance to feel a little more natural to me. I'm giving myself a chance. And I'm thinking maybe we don't want that quite so steep. So I'm thinking something like this, and then that class of. Now it's already heated, so I'm going to grab a little more Tammy Kirk. Yeah, did you change your name on here, Tammy Kirk? Because I felt like I knew it was Tammy Kirk, but for whatever reason, is the username different? Am I imagining things? I could be imagining things. It's been a week. It's been a week. Okay. Do we want this in navy again? I think we do. Okay, so my timer's going over there. So we did this one. We did this one. And truth be told, I need a birthday card for a 1-year-old tomorrow. And I don't have 1-year-old birthday cards. So I was thinking we could just whip up something really quick with the Simon Hurley number balloons. And I want to click over real quick and see something here. And I don't feel like they have, I don't feel like they've shown them. No, but it has changed and I don't know how to change it back. Oh, well, I like your picture. It's very lovely. Okay. I know that a little while ago, YouTube was going to change my name unless I went in and like did something. So maybe they're going through their things or something. Okay, class of has heated up. We're going to add the, is it platinum foil? It's silver. And with that face down, I have my indigo cardstock, my thin shim, and my shape spacer pad. And then I'm going to run that through. Oh my word, that looks so good. Their cardstocks, their colored cardstocks really do a good job with the foiling. Not all colored cardstocks are great for foiling, but I know that when Spellbinders went to do their cardstocks, they specifically wanted a smoother cardstock so that you could foil on them. And they just, man, that foiled so good. Okay. Simon showcased those number balloons. I think they're great. Yes, they are great. I love them so much. I have them set out to use today. I had another set that they had to delay. So I have that here, which maybe we'll use those together later in the month. Okay, so I'm going to line up the die, the class of, and run that through. Aw, catching the final card was at lunch with my youngest for Mother's Day. Well, happy Mother's Day to you. I hope you enjoyed your time together. I'm taking my mother and my mother-in-law to dinner tomorrow night and myself to dinner. I just like to make it really easy on my husband. And I just made the reservation and I just did it all. I was like, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do for Mother's Day. And he was like, that's great. Okay, foam. We need foam. How big are they? The balloons. 2 inches? I would say 2 inches. That was very scientific. Wasn't it though? Wasn't it scientific? Okay, let's put some foam on the back of my mouse guy. I think it's hilarious that, you know how like all the rules of like naming things. So it's classic mouse, even though we know it's M-I-C-K-E-Y, you know, but there's all those rules. Okay, 2026. Do some foam on that. I need to do more paper strip cards. This is too good. It's just an easy way. And if you missed the beginning, the whole point is I needed 2 boy graduation cards. These are the school colors. And so I'm going to have my 2 boy graduation cards done just in about an hour of crafting with you guys. And then I think we're going to make a little boy, baby boy birthday card. we're going to a little party tomorrow for the sweetest little family. Okay, I'm thinking like this. See that mirror cardstock? It is just insanely mirror full. Okay, I like this. I'm gonna commit. So scientific. I know. It was scientific. If my nails were longer, it might have been off. Okay, I love him on there. Let's get the 2026 down first, and then we'll do the class of. Now, all we have to do really is put this on a card base, and we could do some layers if we want to. I don't like it quite that high. I think we're gonna go here, there. Hello, get on there. Get on there in the right way. And then we're gonna add the class of. And so here is the deal. The theme of the party tomorrow for this little guy that's turning a year old, who is a little miracle, is dinosaurs. If we all know something, it's probably that Carissa does not own dinosaur materials. So I'm thinking that we're just going to use the number balloon and go with it. Okay, so we could just do this on a blue. This is the Help Me Cascade. Y'all, the brain is still just not clicking. And as I mentioned, I honestly thought I was going to be all the way better by now. And I'm a little frustrated that I'm not. Okay, let's do this. And I think we'll trim this guy down. I'm going to use those precision layering dies because they just do such a good job. So I'm going to pull those back out. If you were here earlier, you saw me use them already. Also, if you missed out on the beginning of the live, I'm supposed to tell you, I'm not supposed to tell you, I wanted to tell you that there is a BOGO sale for Mother's Day over at the Spellbinders site. I have a direct link to the sale category, and everything in that category at that link is buy one, get one free. And so you can shop over there today and get some BOGOs. There are some essentials on there that, like the elongated, stylized, elongated ovals, that are really good. This one did not cut all the way through. Let's just do this again. That's a stamp and die I wish I had. I have so many little nieces and nephews who love the dinosaur theme. I know, and honestly, I can't think of any that I have in my stash that I could pull out, but we're gonna do something that will work for it. We're just gonna go not with the dinosaur theme, and instead, we are going to just do number balloons because those work for any birthday, any graduation. They just work, you know? And so that's what we have. That's what we're going to go with. We could do it in a green theme, which I have green ribbon already on the package, but I think that will be, I don't know that I'll love a card with a big green balloon. So I think we're just going to go with a fun color. Okay, now let's do a white card base and pop that up again. And card number 2 will be done. I think we're maybe an hour and 10 in for 2 cards because I did yap at the beginning. Virginia says, I'm going to go broke if I keep buying these stamp set. Oh, I do have dinosaurs from Spellbinders. OMG, I totally forgot. And they have the glasses. That would be so cute. I just don't know if I can pull that off live, you guys. I don't know if I can. I don't have anything prepped for that. Oh my gosh, I'm totally remembering it. And I'm like, where are they? I got them out the other day. If they're right there, then we'll do it. Monster, yes. There's like a little brontosaur, and there were like little glasses. Oh my gosh, this Mickey card. Stinking cute. Okay, I'm gonna put this here. Okay, so there's Mickey. And these are the classic mouse sentiments that go along with it. So we have those. Could this be any cuter? So those are from the same collection, which I think is so fun because you can clearly make things just a little bit different. That's a dragon. I don't have the dinosaur. Okay, here's the dinosaur I'm thinking of. They may not have these still, so just like forgive me if this is a thing. But do you see, I used these for an in-person event that I taught at, I think last year or the year before. Do you see this guy here? That would be perfect. I don't have it. I have all these little glasses, and let me see. Maybe he's over here. Maybe he's over here, and he's just hiding. I used him for an in-person event, and we did some fun swinging cards. Do you guys have 2 seconds to hold up for just a second? I'm gonna go look for this dinosaur because I think we might be able to make him. Okay, alas, I do not have. I think I'm gonna do the dragon. We'll do that really quick. And guess what I found? I found a giveaway for you all. I have the little dancing birthday dragon, the smart glasses, and the dancing birthday monster that I'm gonna give away to one of you at the end of this live stream. So we're gonna do the little dragon here, and we're gonna do him out of greens. And let's see. We're not gonna make him a dancer. We're just going to cut him and some glasses, these ones here, and we are going to combine it with the number balloons. So this is brave because I'm starting from square one, literally, on these. So let me just grab some greens that we will love. So we're gonna go with a darker green, which is Fern. We are going to go with a very bright green, which is Peridot. And we are going to bring in, nope, not that color. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna bring in this, which is Fern, for the main part of our dragon. Okay, just like that. We're gonna bring in this brand new black. I was dying to use this Onyx. The glasses are too cute. I know, they are so cute. And I haven't put this little dragon together in quite some time. But I want to show you, because this black cardstock, you're going to want to pick this up. This is just perfect on so many levels. This is the one that when I was at Create, I walked over to the we're cleaning up and I looked at a card and I was like, wait, what is that? Because I don't have that. And it happened to be waiting for me. Look at this black onyx mirror cardstock. It's linked below. Okay, so we're gonna do this. And let's run those through. Wait, what part is that? That's his little eyes. All of that's going to be glossy black. I don't have the dragon or anything listed. I don't even know if it's available still. Oh, dino rather than a dragon if I don't put the little head wings on. You're so right. And I'm going to make him hold. I'm going to make him hold the number balloon. So let's do that. Okay. Hello, just pressed right into there. All right. And then we have this. So these are all of our pieces for that. Where did I put my set? Okay, this is taking the most random turn. However, I needed to have this done anyway. I needed to do a card anyway. And so this is going to be fine. Okay, so we have that. Let's do the inside belly piece. We did that. Okay. Brain. And let's do these. Okay. And then we'll be ready to put that together. We're going to give him a balloon and it's going to be everything we needed. Now you can make his body swing. It is really not that hard, but I'm not going to do that today because I'm not. Okay, these are going to be his little body wings, which is the teal. And I think that's a fun color to bring in. This is just my totally made up color palette on the fly. Okay, so let's start putting this guy together. I'm going to use the picture that's in front of me. And I'm going to use a little hammer mill scrap here for behind his eyes. Just like this. Trust me, it's going to be fine. Okay. Don't rush. We all love it. I know, but I have to host small group tonight, which I'm not hosting at home. We're hosting it at the park near our house. But I probably need a little bit of rest before I do that tonight. So I'm thinking of my body and how I'm going to feel at the end of the day. Okay. Maybe we should just make him swing. I think we should. Okay, let's do this. Now I wish I would have done, a little adhesive on the back of these glasses, because my goodness, they are thin. Okay. I will say that for the winter, I think I'm going to have to do in the United States only, because I have to mail these. And so I'm going to just randomly pick someone from the comments at the end of the video to win the die sets that I showed you. All right. And then let's use this picker tool. They are marked, but am I paying attention to the markings? I am not. Probably would behoove me. This little guy is adorable. Someone want to search the Spellbinders site for me and see if they still have this guy. I don't know if they do. Maybe he's a part. I don't think I saw him in the Mother's Day sale, but he's older for sure. Let's see. How do these eyes go? Like here and here. Still working on this tool. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. This guy needs to screw on a little better. Okay, now we're going to do his little leggies. This guy goes in front. Just like that. This guy goes behind. Just like that. Gonna get his little tail. I think this will work just fine as a I mean, it's not a dinosaur, but I mean, I think they're gonna appreciate the fact that it's kind of close to a dinosaur. He's a little dragon. Yes, he is a little dragon. This is what he looks like. Okay, so we have that. We have that. This is his arm. Where's his other arm? Oh, it's right here. And then he needs his little claws on his arms. So we're doing all boy today. I am going to put this on my Glimmer hot foil system and let it heat up, because we might use that in the background. Okay, so I do not like how there tends to be like a little bit of like build up at the end of this tip with it sitting upside down. So that is, other than me being really awkward with it, that's one thing I'm kind of noticing that's a little more difficult for me, is that little bit of buildup that gets at the tip from it sitting in the stand. And I did, when I mentioned it today, when I mentioned about the glue press today, or someone mentioned to me on Instagram maybe, because I went live and unboxed this order from scrapbook.com yesterday. And someone mentioned that if you do the Barely Art glue, it's a little, like it tends to run out a little more than the others. So, like it tends to leak out of the tip. So that could be the problem. So someone said that they recommend sticking to the Nuvo glue because of that particular issue. Okay, we're gonna do these little wing pieces. I don't know if we're gonna use the wing or not. We might just use them without wings, but we're gonna go ahead and put the wings together just for funsies. And they go like this. So you guys, why don't you let me know in the comments, wings or no wings, because remember, we're trying to do more like dinosaur. So, wings. Oh, hello. Come on. Wings or no wings? Oh, you know what I know what I'm going to do too to make him more dinosaur-esque, which I'm going to cut. There is a crown in this that they have it in yellow on the packaging, but I'm going to cut it out of green and put it on his head, and maybe it'll look like dinosaur spikes. Oh, remove the point on the tail. Okay. No wings. Wings because they are so stinking cute. They are pretty cute. And remove the point on the tail. Wings, they are the showstopper. They are kind of the showstopper. And I love that it brings in that teal color, which is like random, but so cute with the greens, right? So we're bringing in like another little color. And I know that this is a crown, but I think that's so cute. The little green crown. Let's do this. A little snip of the tail so it's not pointy. And let's see. Should I have put that behind maybe? Yes, let's do it behind. I think it looks more dinosaur behind. He's pterodactyl. I was like, it took me a minute to read that. That was a hard word for me to read, but great spelling, by the way. This is what we need to make this work. And this one might be too big. Hold on. You need a circle. You need a circle dot to make your little swinger work. And I'm digging over here in my adhesive drawer because I have a ton of different things from scrapbook.com, but I don't think I have the right size circle. I think I need one that's kind of right in between what I have, but let me just still digging real quick. How annoying is that? Okay, so what you do to make this swing, what you do to make this swing is you have to put like a little circle foam like in the middle when you do this. But I think that one is going to be too big. And this one's actually too small. But I'm going to make this work. So I'm going to take him and I'm going to get his body where I want. Okay. He's so cute. You know what's cute about this too? Okay, so I have his head on his back where I want it, and I'm going to put the little foam dot right at the base of that circle opening so that it will swing from there, okay? It'll make sense here in just a bit. Oh no, I needed to move it to the top. Okay, hold on. Hold please. So let's move it to the top so that it sits on there and swings from there. So he will be on the front and then his body will swing like this. And do you see the little thing on his head? It's so stinking cute. And let's just do the wings because they're fun. Okay, so let's do this. Wing. And wing, Oh, Carissa. Amelia is at it. There are easier ways to do this, my friends. If you want the easy way to do things, I don't know that my way is always the easiest. Okay. Now, when we put this on the card, he will swing. Okay, now he needs a balloon. So now that we have that done, let's do a little number balloon. And this is going to be easy because we're just going to use the number 1. So these are new from Hurley, excuse me. And they are foam, cling foam, red rubber. So we just need the number 1. We could do the star too. One and the star. And I'm going to pick them up, stamp them both at the same time, I think, with a large block, if I can find it. I'm now buried in product over here. Let's see. I pulled this out. I've never used this. This is Hurley Stellar Ink. And I'm actually a huge fan of dragons, so I find this extra cute. It would be a really cute purple dragon. Would it not? Okay. I'm actually thinking that teal balloons would be super cute, but I might have to restamp these. Okay, let's get some white. Hi, Moch. Mochi's being a friend today, hanging out with me. Let's see if this color is right. That was 4. You guys love his ink. Melissa says, I love his inks. I've never used, oh, that's actually maybe perfect, that green. Let's get another piece of scrap right here. We're gonna just wipe and we're gonna try them in a teal. So let's do, I'm gonna guess peacock might be right. Let's see. What brand of stamp blocks do you like to use? This is a Lawn Fawn one. I've had it for quite some time, and I do like it. I'm trying to think. I like brands for a block. I've had them for so long because, you know, once you have a block, it lasts for stinking ever. I'm not sure. I have some Stampin' Up! Ones from back in the day. So those are cool. I made a pink one with glitter wings for a little girl. Oh, that sounds so cute, Emma. Okay, that's it. Star and the one with the teal. Okay, so Spellbinders has these. They don't show in stock just yet. However, you can get the stamp set at Ranger, but you cannot get the coordinating die set at Ranger. So these should be available soon over at Spellbinders, so just keep checking back. And I do have them linked because they show on the site, but they just don't show as available just yet. I had them marked as today for the release, so I'm not sure why they're not quite available yet, but we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the one and the star, and we are going to do the strings out of that shiny black again. So let's do this. And now we have our one, our star. I love the star so much. And we have our little strings. Let's do another set of strings because I want the other curly string. I like the curled one better. Yeah, I have old blocks, and I just like, You know what? There's one that I use a lot. Of course, I don't see it right now. It's a little guy, and I love him. What is this guy? This is a Lawn Fawn also. That's a good one. Gina K blocks. Okay. You know, we were talking about this weekend. It was really funny because we had a piece of our Pink Fresh Make and Take where we stamped it with a block, and people were like, I've not used a block in forever. I use a block all the time. I love a block. Okay, I'm going to put the strings on the back. That just feels like it makes more sense to me. Okay. Okay. Oh my word. And then let's just stagger these maybe how we want them to begin with. And then we'll adhere them all as one unit. Hopefully this will work. Okay. I think we'll do that, and we'll have the dragon holding these somehow. We'll figure that out, I guess, as we go to put them on. Okay. I'm thinking I do have one little piece here that I've been heating up on the press plate. This is part of the BOGO for the Mother's Day sale, and it is part of Mindy Egan's line. So I thought we would just use this. It's already heated. It's been heating for forever over there. So don't worry about it not being hot enough. But I'm gonna actually do it on a larger piece of cardstock than I need so that I can just trim it down and I don't have to worry about having it in the correct position. So I have all that stacked up. I'm gonna take this over to my Platinum 6 and just run that through. We're gonna move this out of the way and turn it off. Okay, so there's that. And I'm thinking he is just gonna go right here with his little balloons. And we'll have the cutest little 1-year-old birthday card. Okay, I have to say, I'm not sure juvenile is my genre that I'm really good at. I mean, the dragon is so stinking cute, but I just feel like juvenile cards maybe are not, you know, my forte. Maybe not. Hold on, I'm looking for those. There they are. The precision dies. And let's see what we can get away with here. Think we could get away with that? Should we go bigger? Let's go just slightly bigger. Okay. Woo! This is a marathon one. Okay, but we're doing really good because I hadn't even like planned to make this card. I mean, if I was gonna make it, it was gonna be not a dragon, that's for sure. Well, now I missed that comment. I think you knocked it out of the park though. Well, thank you. Now I'm having a dumb moment. Would have never occurred to me to use that press plate with anything except cars. Awesome background though, with no reason it only goes with cars. That's so right. I think put a little present in his hands. I could do that. I might do that like after we're done. So what I think we'll do is add another little dot up here to stabilize his head. And so once you release that, you're going to add that with that dot coming up through the loop. And we'll put him like right here. And then what happens is he swings. Isn't he cute? So funny. And then we'll just kind of put these maybe. The problem is if we put these strings behind him, it's going to interfere with the motion of our little swinger feature. So what we might do, let's just pop these up, these balloons. I just happen to have that piece of foam. And we're going to pop them up just like that. And then we'll see. Does he still swing? No, he does not. We're going to cut these just a bit shorter so that they're not in the way, and then he can still swing. Okay, and then we're going to glue them down back here. Just a little. That's all. And also over clearance at the Spellbinders site, I did see my original collection with Spellbinders is on clearance, which is the It's My Party collection. You remember the big birthday balloons? Those are on sale. On clearance. Another home run. Thank you. This is 3 cards today. I'm feeling good, but we're going to have all of our stuff done, right? We're going to have all of the stuff done. And I'm going to have my graduation cards made. I'm going to have, I'm just going to be done with my stuff. Okay. Oh, I think he should go on the green card, don't you? Hold on, he got stuck. Oh my gosh, he's so funny. I just need a happy birthday sentiment. So let me see if I can dig something out. Let me go grab a piece of green cardstock. We're going into the archives today, y'all. Or should it be? I don't know. You guys tell me, peacock or fern? Let me know on that. And while you are all doing that, I'm just going to peek over here in the archives and see what's just hanging out. This is Simon Hurley. The green, so cute. Do we think green or do we think the peacock? Fern, peacock, peacock, peacock. I think I like the fern. This is so funny because this is so old. Okay, I like that there. I'm going to do it with a block, y'all. I'm going to freak you guys out. You're all going to be like, you'll mess it up. Let's hope not. What are we thinking? Are we thinking green? Fern, peacock, peacock, fern. Oh, you guys are like half and half here. I'm going to have to just call it. Okay. First of all, I'm going to stamp this sentiment in peacock. And then we'll decide if we need more green or if we need more peacock. Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to give you all a heart attack right now. And just like that. Haha, it's perfect. This is from, what is this called? Big Hugs from Simon Hurley. Used it for that same event. Funny thing is all this stuff was kind of sitting on my desk to put away because I had it kind of next door in the laundry room, which is random, but it was all sitting there needing to be put away. And now we have this guy. So fun. Hold your breath. I know. I did it. I did it. I did do it. Now that we've done the peacock sentiment, I feel like it should be the peacock background. So let me grab a foam layer here. And oh my gosh, you guys, this is so cute. So it doesn't feel like totally like me, but it's so cute. It's so cute. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Let me get sat. Okay, we're almost done. I'm gonna pick a random winner for the 3 little die sets, which is the dragon, the glasses, and I think it was the monsters, right? Yep, the monsters here in just a moment. So I'm gonna just pick it randomly from those who have been commenting. If you have a question, I would love to answer your question. Please let me know any questions you may have while I'm finishing up our 3rd card for today, an impromptu card, but got my stuff all done, man. The little face, I know, he's so cute. All right. Just like that. And it's a perfect little boy card, says someone. I mean, I think it's cute. With his little glasses. His parents wear glasses, so this is going to be super cute. Okay, we have totally had a major card making sesh today. I mean, these birthday number balloons I think would be so much fun. I even think they would be adorable stamped in tone on tone. Let's try that real quick. I just want to see what it looks like because I think I might even like them better tone on tone, which I could totally restamp these and put them over the top. Let's do this. Question, do you still make your own foam layers? I do. I just did a recent video. I updated that video. I like them even more tone on tone. Okay, I'm gonna stamp those and replace those after we finish this live. Okay, let's look at what we made today because we have gone all over the place as far as card making goes. We've been on a journey. We have our first card, which is our graduation shaker card. You guys, I'm done with all of my cards for these next couple of weeks. I have them all ready to go. We have our graduation shaker card using the classic mouse sentiments, some beautiful colored cardstock from Spellbinders, and some of the essentials, the nested arches, love those. Then we have our classic mouse, I think it's called classic mouse graduation with the classic mouse sentiments, and of course those colored cardstock strips again, our adorable mouse there. And then finally we have our number balloons and an oldie but goodie from Spellbinders here with our little dancing dragon. And this background is available in the BOGO sale over at Spellbinders right now. So if you want to check that out, I do have a link in the YouTube description below to that Mother's Day BOGO sale. It's buy one, get one free on that category, the products inside that category. So be sure to check that out. I also have links to all this new product. So we've done some mixing and matching today, and we've had a great little card making session. I mean, 2 hours, 3 cards, that's not bad. Mickey is so cute. Love the fonts. The fonts are great. I love that classic mouse sentiment set because it has that big, large tassel and several of these sentiments that you can use for graduation. There's one that says, bravo, you did it, proud of you, congrats grad and class of, and then of course it comes with the number dies too that you're seeing here. So I love that you're all going to be checking it out. Now I am going to pick a winner. Drum roll, please. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to scroll through the comments. If you have not already, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications. And I am just going to, like I said, randomly pick from the commenters in the live chat. And so here we go. Da, 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 da. Go up and down and up and down and just randomly. And we will see. It's under a pile of papers. You are the winner of today's giveaway. I hope you live in the United States. If you don't, then we'll have to come up with something different. Pink Paper and Things says, Carissa, thanks for doing the dragon card on the fly. That was so much fun, wasn't it? I don't know if it's available. Did anybody find out if it's available? These new specialty cardstocks are new too from Spellbinders. So you have the Onyx Black, which is that shiny black, which makes his eyes and everything pop so much. And then I used also the gold and the silver in these cards. Questions: what pockets do you use for your dies? Our Spangler. I use the, I have them linked over at my blog. On my blog, which is sprinkledwithglitter.com. At the upper right-hand side, you will find a menu and you can go down to Things I Love. In the Things I Love section, there is an organization section, and you can find under a pile of papers is in Sweden. So we will get you something different and we'll pick another winner for today's dice. You can find these pockets in the organization section of the Things I Love over on my blog. They're from Amazon, and I'm also working on an Amazon card front. So I'm going to pick another winner, and under a pile of paper, what I want you to do is email me at carissa@sprinkledwithglitter.com, and I will get you something sent that you can use, maybe a gift card or something. Let's see. We have Kel Lenart. Kel Lenart, 2837. You are the winner. Hopefully you're in the United States. Otherwise, we're going to call it there and give these away at another time. So Kel Lenart. So under a pile of papers, email me, carissa@sprinkledwithglitter.com. Kel Lenart, 2837. You are also going to email me at carissa@sprinkledwithglitter.com with your mailing address to claim your prize. I want to say thank you all for being here today. I'm so glad you're here, whether you're watching live or on the replay. I hope you found a little light. I hope you found a little joy. I hope you found a little inspiration today. And if you found any or all of those things, make sure you give this video a thumbs up. I will be live Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. It's a new time. I will also be live next Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time. So be sure you join me, and I will have a pre-recorded video tomorrow. So be sure to watch for that. Yay! Kel Lenart is in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm coming there this summer. So I'll get those sent out to you. Send me your mailing address, and under a pile of papers, go ahead and email me, and we will get you a gift card in your hands. Thank you all for joining me. I'm so glad you're here. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day. Thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notifications here on my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my card making and paper crafting video tutorials. Thanks again, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.